But really quick, I want to get your thoughts on Sinners, the movie, the Ryan Coogler. We're talking about this offline, but you had some great perspectives. I think it's also cool to share how many movies you see on average every year, so people know.
I mean, I watch a lot of movies. There's actually someone we work with who always wins the challenge because she somehow watches even more than I do. But I try to see about 100 movies a year, if not more.
Wow.
I think it's very important if you're in this industry that you're consuming content. How could I look if I walked into a room and someone's like, "Hey, have you seen Thunderbolts?" And I was like, "No," and it's my own movie. Or if I haven't even seen my competition's movie, or if I'm not streaming content from competitors, you know what I mean? One of my favorite shows is Mobland right now that I'm watching on Paramount Plus.
I love
it's a fantastic show.
Love it.
But why would I not watch that, right? And, we talk about Sinners, and I have to tell you, the minute I saw Sinners, the minute I heard about Sinners, first of all, I'm a huge Ryan Coogler fan. I think what he's done at his age is phenomenal. I think, you see filmmakers come into this world, and I put him in the same sort of space as the Scorseses and the Spike Lees and the Spielbergs. There's something about his filmmaking that you instantly is identifiable. And so, you asked me about Sinners, and the first word I use, and I've used this with everybody, is that there's a sense of cool with it, and not a pushy cool. I don't even think he was trying to be cool, but when you watch the film, it is exactly what you feel. It is cool. Every environment is cool. Every character is cool. And when the lights come up and that final credit scene is done, and you're walking out, everybody just in the room, there was this sense of coolness that we were all in on something, that Ryan let us in on something that, we could talk about or we could keep to ourselves, right? But we all felt that same feeling. And I just, I haven't felt that way in a film in a long time. And I watch way more movies than I probably need to. But it was a real phenomenal experience, and visually just such a cool, there's a great scene in the movie. We've all talked about it. Anybody who's seen it, we've all talked about it. I think the scene I'm talking about where they're playing the music, and you're at first when you're watching, you're like, I think there's a mistake in the movie, and then you're like, no, wait, this is intentional. This is intentional that he's doing this, and it just locks you in, And there's another part of the movie, for me personally that I liked, and I don't want to give it away, but we talked a bit about it, was that he didn't take the easy way out in making the movie. He could have, as an African-American filmmaker making a movie in the Deep South during segregation, all of these elements going on, he could have taken the very easy way out in doing the film, and he didn't, which I think is part of the reason why, and again, this is an opinion, I think it's part of the reason why it's seeing such at least success here domestically. It's because when you finally go in and see it, you realize, oh, wait a second, this is just a great movie. Which is where we need to get with our industry, is that we need to understand that content, while it's great to make content for people who are marginalized, we also can just tell stories with marginalized people that are for everybody.
Not isolate others.
Exactly.